Surfaces presents KYAD, Know Your Architect/Designer.
It's a very important thing to learn technically. So I'll ask Varun
We are
sir to
more
explain
into
this.
porcelain stoneware, and ideally a tile was supposed to be technically better than a marble. Ideally, traditionally. But across whatever happened in the industries because of every factory is trying to come and cut a price. Now more or less technically Indian tiles or Chinese tiles or certain tiles are lower than as a quality of marble. So we always wanted to give an option where we actually give one solution where the customer won't lose its polish for 20 years, 15 years. Like if I've done my previous bungalow, which was done about 24 years back, there my dad used 18 by 18 porcelain tile, original porcelain tile. Till the tile as it is not even a single scratch. So your technical performance goes at a total different tangent. When you use the right quality of tile and the customer is looking at the practicality or maintaining a house, like this kind of satwario, first the cost is 9,000-10,000 rupees square feet, which is on the floor. Second, maintaining it is another task. Like if you are a dog lover, or if you have a pet, or you're spilling over haldi or anything, or you're cooking hard, everything gets screwed up. So the lasting of a project stays for a very superior time. And second, I think another part of vision of this Luxe Surfaces, we think Indians should have an access to all the most important brands in the world. That's been my last 10 years, and Zaid, we are sharing, we have to have the most important brands. And these, very frankly, is just 30% of what I've dreamt. More 70% will be happening because we want numbers. Money is something which only money can do.
Yeah, obviously.
That is our mantra for work also.
Yeah,
Because money is job, only money is going to be doing it.
But it's good that you guys are, getting such brands here. Because we don't know yet, and nor do our clients.
And once the
So
client
once they
comes and he
see,
sees
they
an experience,
yeah.
As mentioned earlier, those clients know, because when they started looking at different materials, we took them to showrooms, we took them that, see, marble is fine, good enough. You also get marble looking tiles, same kind of finish. But in fact, marble, people just think that, okay, if you're buying a 900 rupees tile, why not just put marble? But then you don't understand that you put 500 rupees per foot, plus there's a 200 rupees installation charge, plus there's a 100 or 1 or 200 rupees polish charge, plus
the
there's transportation, plus there's
no cost
money
to take the
it
marble
on
up.
the
the
side.
story of my house. We are a joint family, about 70 people in the family.
Yeah.
70.
70, and my initial bungalow we had 28 rooms.
Oh,
My
what
grandfather
are you
bought a
saying?
movie theater, and then built the rooms.
Oh,
and all.
wow.
So then we into a smaller batch of 28 people, then into a smaller batch of 13 people. Now into a smaller batch of 4 people. Me, my wife, and 2 kids. I am the only person who's used fiandre on the floor. Rest all my uncles, everyone. One of my uncle has a original satwario. Someone has some Carrara. Someone has, and more or less post-COVID, everyone finished their work. We had 2020, 21, 22, more or less 7 houses in the house. And till today, like Diwali, everyone came to my house. We visit everyone, like Marwadis and Gujaratis. We do keep on visiting.
Yeah, we do that.
And everyone's like, Varun, better you use the tile. Because my home, last 2.5 years, is as it is. That's not even a single scratch, no dirt, nothing is happening to the site. And everyone's using marble. So wherever there is a lot of walking
Footfall,
area, sofas and all, the polish is lost. Unused area, the polishing as it is.
Secondly, it's not good for the feet also.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is not.
Definitely. Walking on a hard material like marble does have, side effects.
Yeah, it
for
has
on your body as
impact,
well. And relating to you, I am currently doing my house. Yes, in some bathroom areas where a typical slope was needed, we've used marble slabs. But rest entire house, we've done tiles. Yes.
Because you're going to only get future projects depend upon the output of that specific project.
Yeah,
not buying
true.
from me or anyone else. Then your output has to be there. And once you use these kind of tiles, the customer or the customer visiting, your prospective customer, looking at the project, they'll understand something. That's what I've faced across. Because once an designer to me is like your Swati snacks. If he likes that restaurant, he's going to come back for sure too. So we have a very
She introduced me
we
to
have
Swati
20
Snacks. Yeah.
architects, pan India.
I think everyone is game for Swati snacks.
100%. That's our favorite restaurant to go
Now
to.
Dhwani is gonna quote this.
Yes.
Swati Snacks.
And with
But
these,
no,
very frankly,
what
the brands which you use now, all my architects, like I'll be naming few just to take name. Amir Sharma, last 12 years, not even a single site is without fiandre. He's like, customer has a choice whether to use or no. Because he's like, it's going to my favorite restaurant. I have no options. Because I can keep experimenting small with this. You have a new restaurant coming up in Ghatkopar, something other or something every year, but you'll try it offline. But final अपन घर पे आ जाते हैं, वहाँ पे दाल चावल मिलता है. We enjoy that food. So
True,
that is something which you start
Very
feeling with
true,
these kind of
very
products.
true,
Once you
very
use,
true.
and once you have that, because very frankly, one of the architects we are presenting in Delhi to Sonali Bhagwati. In Delhi, they were designing. They're like, Varun, whenever I use fiandre, I know it's the right white. because there are at least 20,000 whites which are available. And you might not know, seeing at one white which is this style or surface or a fabric. But post installation, you understand that we've selected the right white, or we made, because even this is a white, but there, you know how many options of white.
Yeah.
So with these kind of products, and what I've experienced with most of the architects, like with these companies, when they develop the products, you get that right beige, right grey. It's not about just a beige, just a grey. It feels wholesome. It feels you a wholesome meal.
We know what you're saying. So we also are picky like that.
We are very picky like that.
वो कौन सा वाला right combination है?
वो correct अगर वो paint भी white अगर perfect नहीं होगा ना तो we like you know we get this anxiety in us कि यार ये वो correct white नहीं है वो correct white नहीं है.
And those small nuances individually you won't understand in a store, in any of the stores, even if you're.
Designers are for those small nuances which will add up to get you that look. One small shade problem or one small mistake and that entire look compromised.
Yeah, naming the brand, but one of the most prominent exhibition center, which is the recent one that has come up, the entire flooring is I think is Fiandre. For the only reason they could have gone for, I think the brand that has created that exhibition center is one of the largest brand in India as of now. But I think you're getting what I'm saying. But they have used Fiandre as a material on the surface for the only reason, zero maintenance. They could have easily gone for a marble, but they chose porcelain stoneware for the only reason that is zero maintenance, scratch resistance.
The size makes it look like
5 feet by 10 feet. First, plus you have the faces on the material. You have 4 faces, 8 faces, 6 faces.
Variation.
So nothing, I mean, you have a variation on the material correctly added by Varun. So you don't have that cookie cutter wala thing, you know. वो पहले होता था ना, एक टाइल मंगा लेते थे हम लोग, not naming the brand, but वो 1 by 2 का टाइल आता था जिसमें सतवारी और सबकी वेन ऐसी जा रही थी.
सबकी वेन ऐसी जाती है. Yes.
This has happened with us in our initial projects.
इतना भी उसको घुमा के लगा.
वो ऐसी लगता है. वो diamond,
या तो X बनेगा या diamond बनेगा. उसके अलावा
True.
But for
that's a nightmare, okay? Because at early stages, when you don't know
It
that
looks
these
like a
small
public
things
bathroom.
These nuances makes all the difference to the project.
So, but because when you go for selection, you just see a small, and when in earlier stages you forget to ask them that are there any variations or randomness. You pick out, "Arey, ye acha lag raha," and then when it comes on site, it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
When the box is open and then the और वो फिर है ना वो कड़ी आएगा आपको पूछे मैम इसको लगाना कैसे है then they all look the same
and we'll be like ऐसे try करो इसको घुमाओ कितना भी घुमाओ it is not going to
God.
So that's there. So with these I think the piece that you see right there on the wall also, if you see there's a variation in the piece, though it's from the same material, it's exactly the same, but you have that variation like how you have a natural material. We have continue veining technology also. So if you look 4 pieces together, let's say 5 feet, 5 feet, 5 feet, 5 feet, and then a height is 10 feet, the vein will continue from one piece to the other.
Lovely.
Right at
So
the
that's
end.
matching as
Like
well,
book
random
matched,
as well. You have all the even book match is possible. So there are 3 possibilities.
Yeah.
There's a book match, there is a random, and there is a vein matching.
Everything is possible.
Entire time I was looking at that tile. It's very beautiful, that book
The
matched
green one,
one.
right? Yeah.
Not the blue one.
Yeah,
Corner
the
blue
last
one.
one, yeah.
Okay.
Book corner
matched
blue,
one.
book matched one.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes it's actually necessary to have these kind of displays because if the client visualizes, only then they'll be ready to
It
spend that
becomes
amount.
easy for the designer also
Very.
to convince the client. मैं आपको एक छोटा पीस दूंगा इतने साइज का, मैं बोलूँगा कि ये
नहीं,
सलवारियों का है. Imagine if there's a white patch in the tile and I've just given you that white और उसमें पिक्चर लगा हुआ है वो सतवारियों का. वो पूरा white है.
Trust us, ये भी problem बहुत होते हैं because when they select a piece of AGL or they select a piece of composite marble also.
AGL, these quartzites and marble.
Quartzites,
Yeah.
So what happens is they select from a
Small
cutout
tukda.
which is this small.
Correct.
2 inches by 2 inches.
Correct.
But when the
this has
entire
happened.
slab comes in,
It's
there
out
are
of
like
the
spots,
No,
okay?
so there are spots. And that client is yelling at the painter, आपने cover नहीं
कब
किया,
गिरा है,
ये
सर
हो
पे
गया
टंग
clean
गया,
it.
ये गिर
That guy is literally scratching the thing. It's like, it is
और
not
slab भी
coming
खराब हो
out.
रहा है.
It's in the composite marble itself because they saw a small cutout. They never realized that this entire piece has it. That is a problem, very big problem.
But yeah, we would love to
And
collaborate
sometimes
and work
these kind of
together.
places
Yeah.
help us. The client that I was talking about, the ticket size increased. We could spend the double of what we were given. That only is possible when we have places like these so that they could come and visualize. And one plus point with you guys is also that in case if somebody is telling us for marble and everything, we can show them that we are getting the same size things in time, which is a little more flexible in the size that we require, in the design that we want. Everything is customizable. And in fact, there are brands like Versace also. Many people don't know that they make tiles also. A lot of them are just unaware of the fact that a brand like Versace also makes tiles. Though they are, way too expensive, but unless somebody sees it for themselves, they are not going to be okay to spend that much.
But fortunately we are in India, जहाँ पे
100%.
हम लोग everyone including us,
Yeah.
we show के we can't spend, and end of the everyone spends up.
Everybody spends up.
Starting with it will
Trust me,
and
I
then
have
it will
सब
be like
नाटक करते हैं, 60
no,
लाख
and
का
then
budget है,
later
80
it
लाख
will
का
be like
budget
my wife saw this, now she wants this only.
वो टाइम पे
फिर
budget किसी
पता
का
नहीं
नहीं
पैसे
होता.
कहाँ से आ जाते हैं. Yeah, but that happens.
But
So
even
it
we are
is
the same.
important.
We are the same when we enter a restaurant. नहीं करना है,
All
नहीं करना.
Indians
And
are
we
the
end up buying.
same.
We
All
all have
Indians.
same.
starting from buying shoes also, we'll think of नहीं इतना नहीं
इतना
जाएगा,
नहीं,
इतना
नहीं.
महंगा
Yeah, there
shoe-
are some people
and then
who take
15
so
minutes
much
later
of
ले लेते ना,
time.
क्या होता है, ठीक है.
फर्क क्या पड़
People take so much of time to select shoes as well, right?
The shoes thing you mentioned happened with me recently.
Yeah,
And he knows
she
about
mentioned
it.
already.
He doesn't. अच्छा, you mentioned. That's why he came up with shoes. I was like, ये मेरा वाला क्यों बोल रहा है?
No, but I think this is where I'll add. It is important for designers to come and explore stuff. This is what I will because I'm going out and meeting a lot of people.
Honestly, we'll be telling you one thing. So we are a part of that Sara ma'am started. We are a part of that designers group, and apart from that also we had one more group. Okay, so we are still a part of that. So we can pitch in. You can give us a nice drafted invitation, and we can pitch in for a site for
Because
a
right now
survey
there
or
are
visit.
so many startups coming up, but right now people are actually willing to help each other. It's like
Collaborating
More
everywhere.
competition,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like more we share, more people know
100%
about
more
it, and
than
people
happy
can
to do
use
something
it.
like this.
And
Very
honestly,
happy.
we try that every month. Let's say we both were going to do a lecture on a BOQ. In a way, we were trying to help the community.
Yeah.
So we can try and pitch in about this thing that let's do a survey, or they have a good quality product,
Because
and
since we did our own startup, we actually want to help maybe in a manner to those people who
Yeah.
want to do their own startup. Come into the market. No, it is okay. Yeah, support 100%.
100%,
Because when we
yeah.
needed support, somewhere we got it, but not in the way that we wanted, but mila. Somewhere, from vendors also. There were a lot of vendors, good people like you guys who actually made us understand what are the, there are 4 types of tiles: glazed, non-glazed, full body, this, that. All these knowledge people don't give you in college. They teach you how to make
College
drawings, but they will not tell you that this is
We
the kind of
frankly
materials.
get aware of the colleges because our store in Pune is 35-year-old. Every batch, every 6 months, we have at least 40 kids coming in.
And
Being at the granite store, यहाँ से राउंड मारते हैं 10 minutes में नाश्ता चाय होता है फिर बाहर निकल जाते हैं कॉलेज के विजिट्स I was listening to that part of the story and I'm seeing it many
And majority of the time they will tell you just go and randomly go
Ask
and
questions.
study.
Ask
Go
questions.
go
I'll
and
go and
study.
and
ask
they won't
questions.
entertain only कि क्या चाहिए, क्यों आए हो, get out.
And part of me who told you earlier that I was thinking not to continue with this work as well was somewhere because a very close family relative of mine dropped out of interior designing because the pressure was too much to handle.
Same course,
college,
same college.
course, same college in fact. So they thought it was too much pressure to handle because 2 years your life is going to be turned upside down. There's no social activity. You are
So
constantly.
I'll cut her here. A lot of people have that image that interior designing course is just for time pass. Honestly, it is not. There is too much that goes behind it. So when you see, let's say this table, okay, so there are too many elements in it. You have that wood, you have that PU or Duco paint. There are ample of choices. This glass also, there are varieties. Which glass you wanted, how much thickness you wanted. So all those things, you need a thick skin,
And
to
Okay,
learn
initially it looks
everything.
from outside it looks very fancy.
Yeah.
Internally at the
They
initial
don't
7
know.
years, 5 years, because my brother was an interior designer from New Zealand. 2 साल देखा, you know how initial customer screws you. Everyone having this
Yeah.
सताते कैसे सब होता है. After 6 months, he's like, टाइल बेचता हूँ मेरे
So this is why I was like, I look
initial
back to
tough
my
is very initial
professors,
toughness
yeah.
is crazy.
I used to go and tell them that sir nahi ho raha hai, but they used to always give me that push. Just try it for 2 more weeks. Just try it for 2 more weeks. ऐसे करके मेरा हो गया. But then
Same.
Or
without
initially, I
talking,
think even starting on your own, initial 1 year, 6 months, 8 months would have been crazily
used to call
coordinating
them
everything.
professors. I used to call
With
them my
us?
ex-bosses.
Yeah, 100%.
It was reverse, honestly.
It was.
We were blessed with clients.
Yeah, we
But
actually tell you, I told you, now God has been very graceful. We did get back-to-back projects in the earlier stage, but
So it
then
was
yeah, there
ulta
are
with
phases
us.
when the work is a little bit cool.
Slow, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to pitch in clients because we were trying to cater those those kind of high-end
yeah,
project
so
clients.
yeah.
So that is that is a little difficult because in a place like Bombay, to get a house itself is very expensive. Your majority of the savings are used up in buying the house.
And
After
then on
that,
top
to
of that,
tell them,
interiors.
after that
Very
to
frankly,
tell them
you've been
that
the first
come.
guys who's talking about commerce because of your background as CS and CA.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, kharcha karo. You still give an impact. That's the reason you might have been blessed because you don't know, you might have inherent understanding of your CS or CA or something.
We
You might
used to
be.
tell them that is okay.
so-
How
कोई नहीं
much
बोलता
it
होता, खर्चा करो.
nahi, because obviously we always had that thing, and we always wanted those kind of high-end projects, but nahi milte starting mein. Being startups, they won't trust you with a crore. Why will they trust you with 1 crore of their hard-earned money? They will not. They will give you 20, 30, 40. You need to
So
do.
our
You need
first
to do.
project also, they had a budget of 15, 20.
Yeah.
They ended up spending 45, which was like, okay, wow.
And that was our first project. So yeah, that gave us a push. And going back to what I was saying, that for me, I told my cousin that you shouldn't have dropped out. You should have spoken to me once. I might be would have been able to talk you out of it. So that is when I thought that maybe I want to go and teach, and I want to go into that teaching fragment and help.
And
those kind
going
of
back
people.
to the college gave Dhwani a push.
Yeah. So because when we got invited back as people who could hire people from our own college, I met all the professors and I told them that maybe there is a part of me who always wants to come back to the college and help other people, because we never got that help. हम लोग को ऐसे बहुत we used to feel that नहीं हो रहा है, but you guys helped us. But in that manner,
true.
I want to help some people. I don't want them to drop out. Why would you want to drop out and give up on your dreams?
So
And
over
I
there,
always used to tell, go and meet people, go to vendors, go and ask them.
So we
they
were
teach
at
you.
the college. We were supposed to take interviews. Okay. Then he's like, don't you think this color would have looked good? Why did you do this? She's interrogating there. I was like, listen, we have to take interview, finish and let's leave. She's like, no,
They
ये space
enjoyed
planning
so
wrong
much.
hai. Why did you do
We
this?
were the last company to leave that thing. We got resumes from all the people.
And we had a meeting, okay? She decided to stay back. She's like, listen, you go and attend. I was happy to go. She had that interest. She wanted to, do that. So I said, listen, I'm leaving. Okay, so that happened. So there were few students who were like, ma'am, we are left. So she's like, I am here. I am going to take your interviews.
But a
So
lot
it was like that, yeah. And they literally, so 2 of the girls we hired also.
Yeah.
And they were like, you guys were star there. Everybody loved you. We were like,
Because
acha.
when I used to give them, for example, I give them very, very random examples. For example, one of the students there made a magazine office. And I'm like, does this look like a magazine office? Have you seen any movies? Have you seen anything? तो बोलते हैं नहीं, मैंने कुछ ऐसे देखा नहीं. मैंने बोला, do one thing, go home and watch The Devil Wears Prada and you watch दोस्ताना movie. मतलब उसमें ना magazines office दिखाई है. Go and watch those things, or else go to some guy, go to outside vendors and people and उनसे बात करो. Professors नहीं बात करते ना, तो बाहर जाके बात करो and see at least what you are making. 6,000 square feet office they're designing with single door for entry. I'm like, this is an auditorium, 4,000 square feet auditorium. There are 2 big doors. Think, no? And I loved that thing. Matlab, we spent 6 hours in that auditorium taking interviews.
I left after 4 hours. I was like, okay, bus.
But yeah, so my always is motto, go out, meet people, go to stores. Luxe Surfaces being a new thing. Now we have a client who also is, giving us a free hand for the budget. The new client. So if they come to place like this, maybe they'll have a clear vision of what they want to use, because they did actually select a marble, very beautiful marble, but they are also
Extremely
having
bold.
a very good, they are also having a free hand on, they want the house to be very nicely done, very neatly done, and maintenance free. The only thing I look up to is maintenance free project.
I think, so I'm not taking the client's name or the architect's name. We just closed a project. I think it's a 4 BHK house that we're doing, currently working on. The client wanted to go for marble. The contractor convinced the client for marble. The architect said okay for marble. They came here, we were sitting for I think half an hour. I spoke with that lady and then I asked her, what is your normal day like? So she's like, I've got a dog and who's aging. I said, see, you'll have accidents in home where the dog is aging, you know, after 10, 11 years, you'll have that dog to leave accidents here and there. How are you going to maintain, and that is acidic, how are you going to maintain it? So she was like, okay, now I'm doing the entire 6,000 square feet plate of tiles now. For the only reason you don't understand, okay, you have money you're spending on marble, but that's a wrong product.
Very wrong product.
So you have to understand if it is
for certain areas, marble is marble, but certain areas of
it is required.
A tile is a
But
your
I'll tell you
house
what,
requirement.
Problem
if it
is Zaid, 6x4 के ऊपर किसी को पता नहीं है. अभी पता चला 8x4 size is available. Now you guys have 10x5, which
9x5,
9x4. Yeah, which we are also looking for the first time. So people don't know about all these things.
And also, I just want to ask you a quick question. Like, for us also, it is going to be difficult to tell them that take an expensive tile. So, how do you guys, put them into that notion that, this is better?
And very frankly, just coming to the price point, if you ask anyone who's been in 2005, a tile, porcelain tile would have cost you around 200 rupees.
Yeah.
Today it's 1/4 the cost and people are still saying it's expensive at 80 rupees and 300.
Yeah.
According to inflation, it should be, ideal price is 1,000 rupees. We are comfortable selling it. But because something is available at a very low cost, people say it's expensive or you're expensive. Genuinely, if you understand, I've used a tile in my house at 175 rupees. Buy that directly at the company. So.
I think वो change आने थोड़ा और
psychological.
time लगेगा.
And for that reason, we have said
tile-
Luxe Surfaces. We're not using tile. We're using this as a conversation, but we don't name ourselves as tiles anyways. That's the reason we have non
because
surfaces.
we are selling porcelain stoneware.
Because अगर मैं tile बोलूँ तो people will start thinking वड़ा पाव का दुकान आ रहा है.
exactly. Tile is like
So when the client also comes and you can't use a tile over the countertop. कभी सोचा है आपने कि tile आप kitchen counter पे लगा सकते हैं. Our product is porcelain stoneware, hence you can use it in kitchen countertop which are 12 mm, 20 mm thick.
Could you say that again?
And actually, it's about saying the right thing also, as you said. It's not about saying tiles देखने जाना. It's about we have to tell them and honestly, off the record, trick them into thinking the good things.
And see, understand once you get a hang of it and understand the product, अभी हम लोग सब सस्टेनेबिलिटी की बात करते हैं, सब करते हैं, एनवायरनमेंट फ्रेंडली होने की बात करते हैं, सब करते हैं और फिर जाके हम लोग वो प्रोडक्ट खरीदते हैं जिसका हमारे को कोई सोर्स ही नहीं पता है कि उसमें बना क्या है, वो किस चीज से बना है.
Right.
मतलब वो knowledge ही नहीं है ना ज़्यादा लोगों को. Problem is that.
I agree. But this conversation has to be there.
Yeah, of course.
This has to be an open conversation with the client that see you're buying this, it's okay. You like it, it's also okay. But designer also has the responsibility to ask how it is made. What is the product that has been used inside? So being Italians, they are transparent to everything.
Actually, more than client, it is for the designer to be convinced that उनको convince करना है कि
Yeah.
Yes, should be first.
True.
Having a good conviction about
more
what
that
is.
yeah, we want to use this 1,000 rupees. क्योंकि for convincing the clients, it's on us. Honestly,
मैं तो
it's definitely on the client.
पैसा है निकालने वाला चाहिए. Sorry
Yeah,
ना मारवाड़ी
that's
तो.
how it is.
Yeah, that we have experienced couple of
And you'll
projects.
experience every day.
सबके पास
That's the
पैसा
same
है.
thing.
सबके पास है. And sometimes we feel कि हमारे convention से कि वो नहीं ये ही करना है. Sometimes when we put our foot down, the client agrees. We feel that client definitely agrees.
But definitely we'll do one nice meet and greet here for the designer buddies.
Please.
Oh, we will
Because
present.
you guys need to tell them also.
We
We
have
would
it
love
actually.
to,
We use the
share
space
this
for a lot of
knowledge.
events if you
Yeah.
want. We are up
And
to
more people know about it, more people will
We'll
start
start
using
talking.
it.
That's how we
And
want to do it.
clients
And
will
the
come
right
to know
vibes will
about
be
it.
created.
कि चलो इनके घर पे लगा है, even I want the same thing. Lovely.
Thank you so much
Thanks,
for coming
thanks a
over.
lot.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
It's
so
been
much.
lovely.
We had a
Is it
really
like
nice
that?
evening. Yeah, genuinely.
Thank you so much.
Talking was also fun and learning about this was
Yeah.
also really fun.
What was
About
your
this-
experience over KYAD? So
KYAD.
KYAD is your architect/designer, and then just want to know
This
how was your
podcast.
experience over
Yeah,
KYAD?
I got it. So basically, this thing has been a roller coaster and a fun ride, honestly. At the start of it, we were very skeptical of doing this or not because sometimes it's not okay to open up because you know that this is going to go public, this is going to go to the people
Yeah.
out there. So at first, yeah, we had our own, thoughts of doing it or not doing it. Vijay was always sure that she wants to do it. I had my double thoughts of doing or not doing it, but yeah, definitely coming here was a very great thing. And I thank you guys for having us because, again, saying that with all the designers that you're getting here, getting two girls who come from a startup who have got these things on their own, having us and treating us like all those individuals and
Yeah, I'll cut you here. I even asked him, like, why are you calling us? I mean, there are many great designers out there. Why us? Then he had an answer actually for that.
See, a lot of people are in that zone of starting something of their own. That is the change that you're looking at, and the work that you're doing. I know that what future holds for you. I'm to being very honest, touch wood, and inshallah that will happen
Thank
for
you
you
so
guys,
much.
because the way you guys work, I've seen your work. I've seen Vijal's work not from today, from last 7 years, I think.
Touch
I've seen that as well, so I know what is going to come your
I
way.
used to cry in front of Zaid also.
So I think 2 years, 3 years down the line, you'll listen to this conversation, and
So it's honor for us also to be called your, to be treated as,
Yeah.
good, respected designers.
So
And to be
that's what,
considered
yeah.
to in one of those, leagues that who do really do good
And
work.
it does boost our confidence in a way. It inspires us to work even more
and it
and
is
motivates
inspiring that
us.
person also sitting in a known architect office who's planning of thinking to start off their own, which one point you were there. One point you
Yeah,
were there.
yeah,
It
yeah.
inspires a lot of the
True.
younger generation who wants
That's
to.
the inspiration
We always
also
want
for a lot
people
of
that
people.
if you think that you have it in you, just go out and do it.
You should
Not
get
unless,
that inner
obviously-
voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
You will automatically feel that, I am ready. Not
And
financially.
manifestation definitely helps. I will give it to her.
Which one?
Just think manifestation
Yeah.
helps. Just manifest.
See, I'll be
things.
very honest. सोचने में क्या जाता है?
Just think of the greater things and they'll come to you. It's like that.
Right?
Yeah,
That's about
yeah.
the evening then. Thank you so much
Thanks,
for coming
thanks
over.
a lot.
Thank you.